to dog sitting, and I am back. I've been really looking forward to this actually. Always do, but we stopped in a kind of climactic place, and I've got a whole bunch of corpses to loot. Which part's more important? Well, alright, let's see. Let's run an ad to kill the pre-roll, or at least for a little while. And I promptly will not remember to run another ad. I don't like ads. At one point I had an interval for ads, and then I turned it off and I forgot how to turn it back on, and I don't really care enough to. So now we're into the 3-minute subscriber slash YouTube exclusive, which is nothing. Sorry. There is absolutely no point in being a subscriber of me. I've been playing a little too much Opera Omnia. I have been building up characters. I still haven't figured out how Shinryu works, though. So I'm pretty good at Lufinia fights. Still can't do Shinryu. Oh well. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. And then there'll be something harder. Or I'll get bored and do something else. But I'm quite enjoying this story. And, mindlessly collecting things. It's fun. It's not deep. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Hmm. Yep. Sorry. Got distracted by something. Don't mind me. Not doing anything particularly interesting, but 5 minutes is 5 minutes, right? I was looking at a thing called Am I the Asshole If I Ground My Daughter for Forging My Signature? No, I haven't read it. It's very probable that if the person is asking this, the daughter has some issues going on, of course. But honestly, I'm pretty sure you still have to, even with sympathetic circumstances, there's got to be some sort of consequence for something like that, I think. I'm not a parent. I don't know. I'm sure it's very difficult. But I'm not saying it has to be a harsh consequence, proportionate to what's going on, I'm sure. But I remember being 12 and doing the same thing, and I was going through a lot of shit at the time. It was very chaotic. But you know, I had to go to detention because I got caught because I did it in pencil because I was stupid. um, I got grounded lightly. My folks paid a little more attention, and things got better all around. But I still had to face some consequences for it. It wasn't harsh. It was, if anything, probably a little too lenient. But I think it was better than not anything. So I don't know. But like I said, I haven't read the post. I figured I'll read it later and see. Maybe there's some mitigating thing, but I don't know. Sometimes I look at modern parents and I think sometimes everyone's a little too. But then, I think that's a generational thing. I know my parents look at us as my generation as parents and do the same thing, and my grandparents looked at my parents and They're like, really? A little soft, aren't you? Stuff like that. So I probably shouldn't judge. Not having kids and no intention of it. So I'll leave that to the folks that have them. Alright. I have some characters who have kids, but I'm fairly certain that's not the same thing. Nor, jokes aside, is having a cat quite the same thing. So, yeah. I'll leave it to the experts. Alright, so. At least I made my intentions known. Mass loot the town. So, my comrade Aramith turned out to be a big liar about everything. Not a half-elf, not an exile from Waterdeep, possibly still a snob, but definitely a traitor. And he murdered my friend Aster, and I'm actually really sad about that. I liked Aster, even if a certain YouTube commenter thinks he's boring. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I tend to like boring type characters. I like protagonists and things like that. They have to be pretty obnoxious for me not to like them. And I like stoic types, and Aster was good in a fight. And he was good eye candy when the Bebelis stole his outfit, so, you know, there you go. Poor guy. He deserved better. I did like the Viking funeral. That was really kind of cool. Alright, so let's talk to Hilrad, see if he's anything else to say.
The death of Astar still saddens me. Such a needless loss of life.
I will say, I don't think Artemis and Triri would try to kill someone who is boring. Well, unless you were killing them for being boring, but I didn't get the sense that that was what was going on with Astar. Alright. I want to talk about the Malaugrim.
On this subject, I know little. The Sentinel is the person with whom you should speak. Any creature able to take the shape of another is a terrifying foe.
How is Elventree faring after the attack?
The damage could have been worse. Thanks to you, the Zentarin and their beholder allies were slain before great numbers of the town's defenders were killed. Still, any loss of life is a tragedy.
Don't worry. We'll at least be ready to clean up the body.
Azeth.
Azeth. I don't know very much about Azeth. Huh. He is not one of the gods I remember paying too much attention to when I was looking for deities for my Neverwinter Nights characters as of yet. But I have not played really an old scholar type, so very likely that would be an appropriate choice there. Look at all the dead. All the dead to be looted by me. Red and blue dead. All the dead. Interesting that the Beholder mage down there was blue and not red. I wonder how he died. Oh. Time to loot and sell and provision ourselves to go hunting down my wayward companion. Thus far, Alina has not shown a whole lot of tolerance to being betrayed by people. And she actually liked Eliana. So, well, okay. Took a little bit longer to do it than I thought it would. So, I think Aramith is pretty fucked, personally. But, you never know. You never know. Hello. Okay, there we go. Slight delay in the transition. Which probably means at some point I'm going to be going through there and clicking like 4 times and going, why am I bouncing between room and room? They want me to sleep, but I am not going to sleep because I like having actual light I can see by. Well, on the other hand, this is looking pretty dark, so maybe I will sleep if they'll let me. Arrows are good. What kind of arrows? Ooh, arrow +1. Masterwork rapier and short bow. Okay, Sherilyn, I'm gonna have you keep random shit that we're gonna be selling. Oh, you use regular arrows. Okay, well, we're going to be switching that back and forth for you, I think. Okay, longbow +3. Okay, her armor's not bad. There's the leather +3, Nymph Cloak +3. Harbor Pin. What does it do? Hmm. Nice. Kinda wanna steal it. But I think that'd be rude. Alright, more arrows. I might give Sherilyn one of these stacks, actually, not being an arcane archer. Oh, it might help if I actually kept her thing open, huh? And didn't just close it. Alright, so I'll give her a spare stack. Alright. Huh, well, got some money out of the deal, at least. Okay, so let's see. I think the blue might be placeable, where the red are enemies that were actually slain. So some of them are probably not going to go away, but we'll see. Hopefully I can still figure out what I've done where. Okay. Yeah, I know, Larissa. You're undead anyway. Why are you tired? Okay. I do like that. And Sherilyn, you're going to be my spare shit holder right now. Okay. Alright, so let's look around here and see who we have to loot. Going north. Systematic, I think I've already looted him. Oh, uh-oh. Maybe not. Uh-oh. I feel like getting the correct angle sometimes is an issue with these sorts of placeable containers. I mean bodies. Come on, ladies, if you could stay out of my fucking way while I try to loot these things, that'd be great. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Because we need as much money as we can get. Virtually, the Sentinel has quite a bit of money, as I recall. Hey, could you not get caught behind shit? Thank you. I need these women to stay out of my fucking way. Come here. Alright, I'm gonna regret this because I need you to hold shit, but right now, I'm gonna put you there. Because I need to loot this guy. And I can't seem to do it from any fucking angle. Can I do it from this angle? Can I do it from that angle? Are you even a container? All people are containers. Maybe not. Maybe she's not a container. Okay, well. Loot creature. Yes, please. That's annoying. Alright, fine. Oh my. That looks like it'll be fun to sell. Stop that. Okay. Larissa, what's your crossbow look like? +2? +1. Okay, well, we're at least going to give you bolts. You got a crossbow +2, crossbow +1. Okay. Okay. Still annoyed at the one guy I can't loot though. Still annoyed. I'm gonna try one more angle, damn it. Maybe if I approach from this side. Alright. I'm gonna have to give up. It goes against my instincts to give up PC properties. No, we're not gonna bother with that. I'm gonna forget that and try to loot it 15 times because I know how I work, but that's okay. Plus side, the potions at least are useful. I shouldn't have to buy potions for quite a while. Now I'm gonna have to watch Sherilyn's arrow. Oh. Oh, she's probably not close enough anymore. Okay. Well, let's go back and fetch them so I can get back into our inventory. Okay, you can come over here. Yes, thank you.
Of course.
She does seem like a very nice lady. Sorry I killed your friend. In my defense, he kind of deserved it, but still, it was a little sad. Alright, anything up here? No. Okay. We've looted that guy. Not that, darling. That, yes. It's merge stuff. Alright. Hi, Starbreeze Twitch. How are you today? I am looting a town that got murdered on my watch, kind of. I mean, technically I saved it, but it really does seem like if there were 200 people, or 400 people in this town, there's a significant amount of people who are not here anymore. So, yeah. Do be a success there. On the plus side, lots of weapons to sell. I'm making my new friend Sherilyn my pack mule, so that's always fun. I'm saving a lot because opening inventory a lot tends to crash my game after a bit. Not as bad as it used to, but still enough that I want to be somewhat cautious. Because I don't want to loot everything again, you know? As much fun as looting is. Alright. If you would please. Thank you. On the plus side, I should not suffer for lack of ammunition for a long, long time. I mean, that was true before, but hey, this is kind of quality stuff. Alright. So, which direction to loot in next? I'm thinking I'll go across here. And go north. Lightning bullet. Arrows. There we go. Stop yawning. You're not sleeping on my watch, kids. Alright. We have shit to steal. Because I didn't get to loot anything during the battle. My god, are there any Harper agents left in this fucking region? Because it kind of seems like all of them died. On the plus side, there should be some vacancies in the organization, huh? I feel like Alina would be interested in being a Harper, to be honest. It lets her be fairly nomadic, and she's probably not going to have to murder too many undeserving people. So that's always fun. Having some allies would be good. Allies that hopefully won't turn on her, like half of the allies she's had so far. She's starting to wonder if maybe it's her. It's like, am I the problem here? I don't think so, but, you know, it does seem like a trend. Yeah, sometimes, you know, it's like that thing that they say, if you've dated like 15 people and they've all been terrible, it's possible that the common denominator is the issue. I mean, that's not to say the others were good, just that sometimes you have terrible taste. I met a few people like that, lovely people, honestly, but the worst taste, and it kind of got to the point where it's like, honestly, at this point, if you're going to ask me how to tell if the person is not a great person, you're dating him. If you want to date him, maybe don't. But that doesn't really help in the long run, of course. That's my dating advice for anybody. If you want to date someone, don't. They're probably terrible. Needless to say, I am not dating anyone. That and the whole ace thing. That kind of puts a damper on dating people in general. I mean, there are some ace folks who like that sort of thing, but not really. I gave it a college try in college. Didn't work out really. Can I get up on those paths? That I'm curious about. Can I? Can I? Or are they just there for decoration? They kind of seem like they're just there for decoration, but maybe. Can I? I would like to get over there. Talk to the deer. It's a deer. Alright, where the hell am I now? Oh, I'm over here. Okay. Can I get over this way? I guess not. Shoot. Oh, but there's some more corpses to loot, so there we go. Red corpses even, which definitely means I didn't loot them yet. The blue ones I still think are placeable, so I'm not sure if I've looted them or not. And I'm probably going to try to loot the same one 15 times. That's how it goes. On the plus side, look at all this crap I'm stealing. Alright. Sherilyn, if you would. Everybody's tired. I know, dear. But we're going to keep moving, because that's what we do. We keep moving, we loot everything, we sell what we can, we keep the useful shit, and then we go catch that guy who murdered everybody, or at least our friend Esther, and there we go. And we get the super-powered Sword of Doom, which I don't remember actually turning over to well, I think I did. I think I selected the option. I don't remember it leaving my inventory, though. So. But, I suppose it did. Okay. Pack meal. Oops. Not quite what I had in mind, but okay. I do like me some healing potions, I have to admit. Right, did I get them all? I think so. Those are fading out. Oh, my. Yeah, I'm taking that. That was probably mine at one point. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Either way. If you please. I found the only thing probably more boring to watch than me selling shit is me looting shit. Oh well. I'm sure you live. Alright. If you notice me missing some nice choice loot as I go, please do let me know. Because I'm on board with all the nice choice loot. Hello, kitten. What are you up to, my baby? Ah, you should see her. She is the cutest thing. So cute. You can hear my mother shouting in the background for the dogs to go to the bathroom. Heavens. Probably. Well, anyway, those are the dogs, Sam and Lance, and my mother has just yelled that she is the boss of them and they have to go out. And thus they are going. They are both mop dogs of very sweet temperament, dubious intelligence, and just tend to be relatively irritating on a low level. But they're sweet. Most of the time. Except one is Lance is being mean to my cat, so he and I need to have words. Oh, I see what the issue is. You are out of room. Okay, well. That's gonna be an issue. Well, alright, Lissa. Pack meal too. I get a decent price for this. Otherwise, I have wasted a lot of time. On the other hand, it's alright. Stop yawning. For heaven's sake, you'd think you'd never been up late looting a town before. I don't know, maybe she hasn't. But that's not my fault. Alright, let's see. I haven't looked up this way, but I'm gonna go alongside first. Doesn't seem like there are many invaders got over here. Well, that's probably good. What? Hello? You squeaking at me? What would you like? I gave you your tube earlier. Hi. It's not a medication day, it's just a regular tube day. I think it's just a regular tube day. Yep, even number day. Come here. Be a sweet little girl. Come here. 1 second. Okay. There we go. There we go. Huh. What's this way? Oh, that's the back. That's the back of the temple. I'm turned around. I was thinking, that's interesting. It's, instead of a path out, it's a door. But no, it's just because I was misreading the map. Again. There it is. Okay. Area transition. I don't want to go yet. I want to continue looting the town. Hello, kitten. Alright. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm a little worried about the dogs. They're getting older. And but they're still pretty rambunctious when it counts. Oh right. I probably should not. Okay. Right. Larissa's the pack meal now. I kind of forgot. Just seems mean to shove things on her. I don't know why. I guess because she's undead, I feel like everyone uses the undead as the pack meal. I certainly did for poor Boyden and Serpent's Isle. Well, they're almost always strong, you know? What are you doing? That's a box of old textbooks and manga. I'm not sure why you want to hang around that. Not even good manga. Actually, it's kind of good manga. I've got good taste. Okay. Did I loot them? I thought I did, but maybe I... Oh, no, I'm failing a click. Oh, no, I think that guy had PC properties, but let's find out. He did. But this one looks like he might have something I didn't loot. He does. Okay, here we go. Alright. This guy has stuff I didn't loot. He does. Alright. Well, hopefully this means I won't hurt for money in the near future, right? I certainly won't hurt for potions in the near future. Goodness sake. You know, guys, if you're a little faster at using these potions, maybe I wouldn't be looting quite so many of them. But that's rude. I shouldn't criticize their technique. It's not their fault that they're kind of terrible. Okay, so there's the sentinel. So I think we're almost finished looting the town. There's a bit more down this way and a bit more farther up. Okay. And the sentinel, last I checked, had a decent amount of money. I wasn't putting a dent in his coffers, so that'll be good. I hope that's still the case. But there's always the Temple of Mieliki and possibly somewhere in Hillsfar. Tempest seems like he would buy... His temple seems like they would buy combat gear, right? I mean, it's kind of their shtick, all things considered. Tempest isn't quite as evil as some of the other gods, though, like in the region. Like Bane, I mean, Bane's an utter jackass. Tempest just seems to be kind of neutrally, let's beat shit up. Which, sometimes you want to beat shit up. I'm not judging. I mean, you can't, legally speaking. It's usually illegal to beat people up. No, sometimes it's worth it. Like that. Like any gif or gif where they're punching Nazis. That's always good. Sorry, that might be getting political. Okay. I feel like that... GIF? No? GIF? Which is your preferred pronunciation, Starbreeze? I never use the same pronunciation twice in a row if I can help it. Actually, I'm trying to think of the best pronunciation that will piss off everyone, and I'm leaning towards either Jeff or Goff.
Ascend's dominion is to the east of here. Make haste, lest Magnus catch up with Aramuth before you do.
Alright, well how about some questions?
Ask.
Okay, what do you know of the Malagrum?
The Malagrum are an ancient and evil race. Their origins lost to time. Perhaps they were once human.
Jeff
now they
sounds
are the
good.
stuff of shadow, malice,
But it's spelled
and
with a G.
ruthless
It's
ambition.
G-E-O-F-F.
Their numbers are few, but their power is great.
I do feel like wanting to punch Nazis shouldn't be a political statement, though. I feel like that should be universal. And it's always kind of fucked me up that it's not. But,
In recent years, it is said a Malagrum was entangled in events far south in Kalimshan.
that's true.
Another
I
led
was
an
there.
assault on Shadowdale. Still
I
another
remember
was
that.
allegedly involved in an attempted coup in Tethir. The threads of their dark webs reach deep into
Maybe I don't know the
countless
Kalimshan one. I do know the Shadowdale and Tethir one, because I was there. Joff Keeley? Nice. I always pronounce that version of Jeff as Joff. Even though it's wrong. I know it's Jeff, but I like to call him Joff. It makes me happy. Alright. No more
Do you
questions.
require something else?
Items
I am
for sale,
loath
please?
to part with.
Don't worry, you're not parting with anything. Relax, lady. I ain't buying shit from you. Actually, I was kind of tempted to buy that, but... Oh. I am kind of tempted to buy that. How much is this one? Okay. Well. Alright, lady. Alright. You are going to give up on a magical gift for me. There we go. Okay, you can have that. She made a liar of me already. Well, it's not my fault she's got some good shit. Alright. Alright, so. Let's get the ladies' accoutrement first. Tower shield. One. Tower shield. Two. For the inconvenience, I feel like these should probably sell for more, but I'm not gonna fight it. Actually, the +1s are pretty good though. Well, as far as I'm aware, it's just an alternate spelling of Jeff. Like Jeff Johns, the comic book fellow. I'm fairly certain it's Jeff, but I could be wrong. Yep, well, I mean, I would say ask the fellow. If you know a fellow whose name is spelled Geoff, and he says it's pronounced Jeff, he is right. If he says it's pronounced something other than Jeff, he is right. It's his name. So I think that's maybe the way to go about it. I think in general it's pronounced Jeff, but certainly if he says it's something different, I'm not going to argue with him. Ah, he's the guy who presents the video game awards. Neat. I have never watched those. They sound like fun though. I just don't really have a lot of patience for awards. Every so often, if I liked like a TV show, like, hi Plunge. If I'm addicted to a TV show that happens to be, this is actually pretty rare lightning strike, currently ongoing, and of the sort of TV show that would actually be up for an award, which is pretty rare, let's be honest here. My taste in TV shows tends not to be award bait. Then I might try to sit through like the Emmys, and I regret it every time. Like I was actually into Ted Lasso when that was up for awards and such, and that was an interesting experience, liking a show while it was popular enough for awards. And it's like, award shows are really fucking boring. That's what I learned. So Plunge, did you have some fun with was it Tales of Arcadia with the Space Pirates or Space Pirates Sky Pirates? Actually, it would be fun to play a game with Space Pirates. It would be fun to play another game with Sky Pirates. I think Revenant Wings had Sky Pirates, but I don't think that ever got remastered. That I'd like to see. Ah, Skies of Arcadia. That's what it is. Almost done with it. It looked like you were almost done with it, so that's very cool. And you finished Cuphead. So what does that leave you with for the long list now? New stuff, or are you going to go back to Ultima? I have no idea where you left off in Ultima, I'll be honest with you there. It's pretty open-ended, but... Hi. Come up here. Come up here, baby girl. Come up here. Ah, you've got to beat the DLC. Nice, nice. Fair enough. You've still got time. Cat, please stop sticking your head under the treadmill. The last time you did it, I pulled out what I thought was your toy, and it turned out to be a dead mouse. Please don't do that to me again. Ah, eternal ring. Nice, nice. Actually, the one I'm hoping you get to eventually is Neverwinter Nights 2, because it would be fun to watch you play that. So much fun. I think it'll be easier for you than Ultima was. I mean, I think you do well with Ultima, and you were doing well with Ultima, but Neverwinter Nights 2 is a bit more straightforward, I think. Get that weird medal. Yes, that's true. Oh, yes, you were in Moonglow and you had to wake up in Umbra. That's right. Yep. But not in a bad way. I mean, I really liked it. I had thoughts about the ending. We'll see if you have thoughts about the ending. As in the Ultima? Well, as in the series. Yes, I made Plunge play Ultima 7. I am a big Ultima fan. One day, I keep saying I'm gonna marathon through them for Twitch, but I gotta find the time. And also, I'm not sure I really want to go through Exodus again. But I mean, it was fun. It was just one of those things where it's like, huh. That's all right. You don't have to. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone was starving. Yeah, you get used to that. Actually, Serpent's Isle introduces a lovely thing called the Goblet of I forget what it's called. But it's like it permanently solves your food issues. Feeding people is a chore. That is true in that game. It was a pain in the fucking ass. But part of the fun, I suppose. Like, god fucking damn it, Shamino, stop fucking whining. But that's really the fun. In the earlier games, you just take a step and your food would deplete, and if your food got to 0, you died, and you're like, okay, do I, like, have an IV that's just constantly dripping? How is this working here? Yeah, yeah, that is true. I mean, it's one of those things where if you. I mean, I don't mind it because that was always the way the game was when I played it. Um, and I like the other parts of the game, so it wasn't a big deal. But I can definitely see that throwing people off. And I mean, I just see you were more honorable than I was too. I would steal everything, and so I would usually end up stealing a shit ton of food, and that would help quite a bit. And I think I'd always give it to Dupre, and he would hold the food. Make Dupre hold the food, and then it made it a little easier. Spoonie has some good reviews. Um, what's really fun actually is I think they're from Something Awful. But the LP archive, I think that's what it is. lparchive.org, is it? A fellow, I presume fellow, might be a lady, I don't know, named Nakar played Ultima 4 through 7.5. So Ultima 4, 5, 6, 7, and Serpent's Isle. And with the slightly chaotic way that it's sometimes fun to play it. And it's very fun to read. So I would highlight other screenshot reviews, which is, to be honest, my favorite type of Let's Play is screenshot Let's Plays. But oh my god, there's so much work. I tried to do one at one point in time because I like them better than video Let's Plays. Oops, I closed the Sentinel again. Oh no, I didn't. I just closed Sherilyn. Or Larissa. I closed one of them. Whichever one I just closed. Alright, I need to sell your shit. How is it spelled? Nakar is the Let's Player. And it's lparchive.org. They also have someone who did a pretty great Let's Play for Neverwinter Nights 2 and Mask of the Beholder, and a different person did Storm of Zehir. I actually really, really like the Storm of Zehir review because they made their own characters for it, and they did a really great job of giving the characters personalities. So I was really invested in the storyline with the characters, which is probably not in the game itself, though some parts of it I'm sure is. It was one of those that was told in a way it's like I'm not sure how much is actually doable in the game, but I had a blast reading it. Unfortunately, I myself do not have the patience to do screenshot Let's Plays. About the bulk of the work I can do for that sort of thing are my chapter by chapter book reviews. Which, speaking of, I'm finishing Sojourn next week, I think. If you ever want to see what one random person thinks of a whole bunch of Drizzt books going chapter by chapter, you can go find my blog. It's on Dreamwidth, using my alias, so it's even harder. Sojourn the Drizzt book. Yep, I went through the Crystal Shard. I went through the Icewind Dale trilogy, and Homeland, Exile, and I'm finishing Sojourn. So my intention is ultimately to go through all of them because I have opinions about the later ones. Surprisingly, I have not read the middle ones. So if you ever want to see my opinion about things, I don't know why you would, but there you go. I mean, you're watching me play a game, so maybe you care. You can see them. I think I'm a pretty good reviewer, but I also think I'm absolutely right about everything, so there you go. Of course I do. Alright. Almost done clearing out poor Sherilyn's inventory. Here you go. You can use these to benefit the town. Thanks. You could have just left them there and we'd pick them up. Yeah, I probably could have, but I didn't. Alright, so let's see. I think... Goodness, that's a lot of shit. Alright, so what bags do I have? Or boxes? I think I want a box if I've got an open box. Because boxes don't lower weight. So putting something like ammunition in boxes makes sense because they don't lower weight. Here we go. You can have that. And ammunition is, I believe, weightless. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. If I turn out that I'm completely wrong, well, I don't care. Fuck off. Correct me if you'd like, for the sake of my poor innocent viewers. But otherwise, fuck it. All right, here we go. I'm thinking after this one, I'm gonna do a quick little sojourn. Into playing another smaller module. The George has this really great looking, like, little city thief thing set in the desert that I thought looked really cool. And it's probably going to be like a one-shot or a couple-shot adventure, but I thought it sounded really fun. So. And then after that, I don't know, maybe I'll start the Prophet series. Because that's pretty legendary in Neverwinter Night module circles. As story-driven modules go, that one's one of, like, the pinnacle. I'm actually kind of surprised that they never swiped it up for the community module showcase type stuff. Hi, kitten. Maybe they can't find the guy, because as I recall, it's all transferred over from the archive, but you'd think they could. I don't know. Maybe there's a backstory I'm not aware of. But it's one of those that is always recommended by folk. For good reason, I think. Well, so I've heard. Like I said, I've not played it. But the person also did a thief module and another module, so I'm thinking I might make a nice series of it. So, Honor Among Thieves, Cave of Souls. Hi, what are you up to? What did you do? Did you find something? Do you want to do something? Are you zooming? Are you zooming? You can zoom if you want. And that sounds like it'll be fun. I might use my character idea, Jeremiah Bullfrog Jones, there, because I think having a big story module that's ultra serious would be really funny to have a character named Bullfrog. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, after all. Was a good friend of mine. Even though the reference makes no sense in the Forgotten Realms, who cares? It's funny to me. And I'm the only person I really have to amuse here. The rest of you guys can just do whatever the hell you want. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like having you here. But if you weren't here, I'd probably still be doing this. There have been days. There have been days, and I had quite fun with it. Alright. Right, now I forgot what bags I left off on. Okay, well, this is going to get repetitive. Sorry. Well, you're here. You're a captive audience. Sucks to be you. Alright, I'm pretty sure I looked in there. Pretty sure I looked in there. Yes. And pretty sure I looked in there. And there. Okay, nothing. I want to keep those. I want to keep too many things, I think, but there you go. Alright. I'd like to sell that, but it's too much. But sell the books. I don't need to know about the city of Hillsfar. I was there. I failed at assassinating the king. Oh, I wanted to, though. Oh, it would have been so nice to kill Malthier. What are you doing? She's just looking at me like, what? I don't know what you're talking about, lady. I don't think my cat is terribly enlightened when it comes to the complexities of non-binary identities, to be honest. I don't think she cares. It's okay. Alright. Someday I'll find a place to sell that shit. Someday. Probably Hillsfar. Yeah. Will I ever consume all of these magic potions? Probably. Probably I will. Will I ever use all these arrows? That's an interesting question. Probably not, to be honest with you. But there we go. Well, look at all those potions. Let's take that one out and put that one in. I'm a fucking apothecary. Alright, identify. Greater robe of eyes. Oh my, look at that. Search, spot, and true seeing. Okay. Well, I've got a lesser robe of eyes somewhere that I now have to dig out again that I'm gonna sell. Now, it hasn't really come up as useful, but my idea, at least, is if I'm ever in a room and I think there's something hidden and my spot skill is not going to be enough, I'll have Alina strip naked and put on a robe. That should theoretically help. That's the plan, anyway. Okay. What? Ah, cat. Oh. It's too expensive to sell. Alright. Well, I'm still going to switch out for the nicer one. There we go. Alright, well. This person has like a shit ton of money. Anything... I am tempted by this Lantern of Revealing. I really am. I might get that after all. And then promptly forget I have it. But that's kind of how this goes. What? Oh, shit. Well, that's not helpful. Stop running off.
I sense dominions to the east of here. I am loath.
I just handed you, like, a shit ton of magic shields, you know, lady. You can stop bitching. I might go talk to the Mialiki folk, anyway. Even though I apparently don't need to sell anything to them, because this lady will buy fucking everything. Except they might have a higher threshold. I might go look. Alright. I think they do. I think their threshold's 10,000. But I could be wrong about that. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yes, I was going to buy a thing. I was going to buy this. The Lantern of Revealing, unlimited uses per day, invisibility purge. Yes, let's do that. Because sometimes you run out of true seeing spells and you just want to fucking blast someone in the face with shit. Alright. Huh. I didn't get that much money for selling all this shit, did I? Well, that's alright. That's standard. There'll be more. More money in the coffers eventually. Alright. So, let's go find Mialiki. Going to find Mialiki. Myaliki, I guess. I don't know. How do you pronounce that shit? I shouldn't say that, because I think Myaliki might actually be a Finnish deity. And given how pissed off I am that they fucked over Igwilv, who is semi-based on a Finnish deity. Or witch, but I should be more respectful. Myself. Okay. What are you doing? Hello. Chandler Hummerspoon, anything to say?
What can I do for you?
A warm welcome to you once again. Let's talk about something. Resident? Hilrad, Sherilyn. Nah. Alright, services. Start. Alright. So. Anything in my... Oh, nope. That's gonna be more than what... He's got a higher threshold, which is nice. It's just unfortunately not high enough. Unfavorable. I saved the fucking town. But it's still unfavorable. Jeez. This guy's an asshole. Then again, he's got Drist as a converse, so there you go. I should stop being mean to Drist. I should, but I won't. Fuck that guy. Okay. Nope. Alright. Now, somewhere Rashke is playing A Hunt Through the Dark, which is kind of cool. I'll ask them later how they feel playing a female drow in it. Because I always thought it'd be kind of difficult to play it as a female drow, unless you're assuming some sort of disgrace in the character's backstory. But I haven't tried, so. Alright. Now, oh, can I rest in the temple? I should be able to rest in the temple, shouldn't I? I mean, it makes sense. Woohoo. We rested for 8 hours. Now we're off to go adventuring to chase down my ex-friend, who has an uber-powered sword. So this might be a fun battle where I die horribly. I don't know, I feel like I can pull it off though. Hey, can you get out of the way, please? This path is a little bit annoying. Hi. Hi. Can you move?
Good day to you.
I don't fucking care. Get out of my way, lady. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Alright. There's another exit. We'll try the other exit. If I can get back to the door. Get the fuck out of the way. Which module was it? I think maybe one of the Adam Miller modules had an actual thing where you could, like, gently move the NPC out of the way. And I quite appreciated that because fuck, that's annoying. I mean, maybe it's bad role-playing because obviously some of these characters would not let you move them out of the way. But fuck it, it's a convenience thing. Alright, so I think I want to go here, yeah? Maybe? What direction do I want to go? Alright, hunt for the traitor. Somewhere near Elmwood. Okay, and this is to Elmwood, alright. It seems... shit. I picked a bad time to rest, didn't I? Okay. Ah, there we go. The Moonsea. Cormanthor? Elmwood. Oh, cool. So let's see, we got Vunlar, Shin Road East, Shin Road Narrow Valley, Shin Road outside Ulash. I wonder if I get to go to Ulash. That would be fun. Hillsfire. Well, Shin Road to Hillsfire. Cormanthor, Elventry. I still think we should tell Artemis and Triri that someone stole his kill. I feel like he wouldn't be happy about that. I'm not sure where Artemis and Triri would be in his canonical storyline at this point in time. Ooh, we've got a pre-existing map. So, the Grange, a house. I'll pass on your regards to Enrad when I see him later. Stillwater's Inn and Temple of the Half Moon. Hello?
Greetings.
Diana has closed the docks until this killer is hunted down and brought to justice. Oh dear. Fresh fruit, get your fresh fruit. I thought we were far enough east to avoid all the recent trouble. I guess I was wrong. Okay, well, someone got murdered? The small town is an oasis of tranquility in the rugged Moonsea. Despite its idyllic appearance, there's something troubling the people of Elmwood. You can see it on their faces. Let's save. There's a dog barking. There's a cat sleeping on a bed. And there's the other dog. How nice. I'm just glad I'm... Oh. Who is Enrad? May I talk to you?
Greetings.
Okay. Thoyana.
Hello there.
Who is Thoyana? Another tyrant? I mean, this place seems kind of nice. Is there a door? There's no door. How do you get into your house, my friend? Can I rob you if there is no door? Apparently not. I probably shouldn't rob peasants anyway. It's kind of rude. Alright, well, let's look at the Grange. Home on the Grange. Yes, fast travel. I do like me some fast travel. That's my one problem with Skyrim's survival mode, is that you can't use fast travel. I'm not saying I want to use it all the time, but sometimes you just want to use some fast travel, god damn it. I mean, I know it's not... I don't know. Given all the weird magic in that world, I feel like having a teleport spell is not that big of a deal, but whatever. Tayrum?
Hey there.
On a tree. One tree? One try? Tayrum, one try. Okay. Greetings, adventurer. I am Tayrum, known locally as One Try. You will find that I stock almost any item an adventurer could dream of, with the exception of weapons and armor. your range. Why don't you stock weapons and armor? Elmwood is a peaceful village, an oasis in this land of constant strife. I try to do my bit not to encourage any violence here. Why are you called One Try? Ah, no, that's the story. On my first and only foray into the adventuring business, my band was set upon by kobolds. They beat us and robbed us. I killed a few, mind you, but my appetite for adventuring never recovered. So that's it, my one try. Can I see your wares? Of course. There's something to suit every taste. Well, I do like these potions. Let's take that. I don't think I need any potions right now, though, to be fair. Alright. Ring of Magical Defenses. Not bad, not bad. Stone Eater's Ring, what does that do? Oh. This ring can turn stone creatures to flesh. There's more history to this item, but it is irrelevant to distracting. You know, this feels like the sort of thing that would either be incredibly useless or vital. You know? Incredibly useless or vital. I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to go with it. And they have a bag of holding! Yes! And a lantern of revealing. I got one of those. Oh, they got everything. Here, don't they? I like that. Okay, I do want a lens of detection. Save me from having to deal with traps. I mean, I've got a thief, but you never know if she's going to turn on me. And I'm thinking maybe a rope, just in case. And a bag of holding. Alright. So let's see. Now, what is your max? No weapons of this type. Okay, 15,000 is not bad. Well, no, buy weapons of this type. Okay. Well, let's see what we got. 15,000. No. No. Okay. I'm probably going to regret buying that ring, but I don't know. It feels like a quest item to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I kind of feel like it seems like a quest item. I feel like I was also supposed to find another bar of mithril that I have not found yet, but that's okay. Maybe someday. Maybe not. Alright. Oh, what did I do with the lesser robe? I put it somewhere, I'm sure. Nope. Nope. My beautiful weapons. Yay, cham opening. Don't care, it is mine. Mine. Alright, 1 sec. Ooh. There it is. Ah. Crud. Okay, well, good to know. Okay. Is there anyone else in here to talk to? There's a villager.
Greetings.
Alright. So, who can I talk to find out what the trouble is? I suppose I shall have to take a look around. That ring is totally going to end up being useless, but I don't know. It just seems like the sort of thing is like if someone offers you a thing that has a spell that is a very limited use, but vital under certain story-specific circumstances, it seems like it's a good idea to get it. Alright, so what is this one? The Stillwater's Inn and the Temple of the Half Moon. Do I want to go to the inn or the temple first? I think we'll go to the inn. I have time to visit the entire town after all. I'll make a donation to Tempest. Tempest can have it. Sorry. Alright.
Greetings.
Greetings to you.
Well met.
Okay, so there's some sailors here. Enrad, that name was mentioned.
Greetings.
I'm not seeing any other villagers here, so let's talk to the Daleborn. That is apparently
Hi there.
notable. This plain-looking man wears a haunted expression on his face. His eyes are red, as though he's been crying. Greetings, traveler. Welcome to Still Waters. I'm sorry if service is slow this afternoon. My servant girl, Elena Wellen, was recently murdered. My apologies, but it's too painful to speak of. So why is it slow? I'd rather not talk about it. Speak with the leader of Elmwood, Thoyana, if you want to know more. She was by the docks. Can I rent a room? Oh, cool. Let's talk about something else. How about a drink? Certainly, I could use a drink myself, but I need to be strong. Elena would not have wanted the inn to fall apart in her absence. Okay. Alright. Well, heck. And more rope. I feel like that's a clue that I should buy some rope. So I did.
I
Sorry,
fear I cannot
no
do that.
can do.
You know what? 3 gold pieces. I'm gonna want to go upstairs. I want to see what's going on up there. So let's get the key.
Hi there.
Rent a room, please. I'll take it. Here's the key. Enjoy your stay. Okay. So,
It's a long day.
can't believe
I could
there's been
use
a
a
murder
drink.
here. Elmwood has been a safe haven for centuries. Okay, well. I wonder if it's my friend who left the dagger with me, or if it's someone else entirely. Upper floor. I use the key. Is this the room? Is this our room? Or is this someone else's room? This seems like it might be our room. It's quite a nice room. Good to know. Alright. Now let's rob the place. Okay. Or not. Okay, storage room. I think we're going to be playing detective. The upper floor of the Still Waters is near vacant of guests at this time of year. Even so, you can hear the angry murmur of 2 people talking heatedly and trying their best to disguise it. In here? Well, let's figure out who's fucking fighting, huh? Because that seems story-related. Soren and Deval. Let's talk to them.
What do you want?
What are you doing in our room? Get lost. Yeah, get lost. Okay. Maybe I should have eavesdropped instead. Did I save recently? I did. It's alright. Let's see. Let's see what we're looking at. Hello? How are you? Alright. So we're going to see if we can eavesdrop before we barge in on them. But we'll also open some doors, because we can. Stairs down. Okay, so that's over there. Where'd you go? She's wandered off. Probably prowling, finding something to spread chaos with, as cats are wont to do. Alright, well, I'm not seeing anything, so maybe I will knock at the door. Housekeeping! Hello? Gruff Ranger? Ah. Hi.
Hey there.
What do you want?
Close the door on your way out. Okay. Not gonna. Sorry. Let's go downstairs. Good evening, Mashke. How are you enjoying a hunt through the dark? I saw that. Were you playing a female character? Because I was interested in seeing how that played for a female character. Oh, heck. I kind of thought it would only really work if the female character were like had a backstory where she was in disgrace or something, but still, it could be fun. I think I'd be angrier about my treatment if I were playing a female character, though, because, you know, it's kind of normal for Drow to treat a man that way, but a woman? Goodness. Alright, one second. I'm trying to get an icebreaker out of my box before a certain someone thinks I'm actually supposed to give her something instead. Chapter 1 is more challenging than you expected? It can be, but I think you also play on a harder difficulty than I do, so I probably shouldn't say a word. It's like, yeah, when you're on normal, it's fine. Squid. Some of us actually play on real difficulties. No, that's what I mean. Well, I think they do kind of, because you have Pavavin or Pavewin or however you say her name in charge, and you have the other men. Most of our subordinates are men, so I think it doesn't change for you, but depending on your sex. So I kind of think the way you're treated makes more sense if you're a man. But I think it can work if you're a woman. You just kind of have to assume you're in disgrace. If I think, personally. But the NPC sexes seem to be treated differently, but you're not, is what I'm getting at. Okay, so let's read these. I think I read this before, but we'll read it again. The Zentarum, also known as the Black Network, is an evil organization intent on dominating the land, from the Moonsea to the Sword Coast north. Originally a secret society, for years the Zents have operated openly around the Moonsea area, particularly around their greatest base of operations, Zendel Keep. Well, yeah. Kind of like going, I'm of a secret society known as Germans. I can't imagine why we're in Germany. A minor noble nobody cares about. Maybe, but I still think that a minor noble would be kind of pissed off. So I feel like it'd be a minor noble no one cared about who happened to fail a mission previously or something. So it's like, which I guess still works. I mean, I thought it would be interesting to make a backstory of a character for that, like that, but Vez was a guy. Anyway. People who live near Zentarum strongholds grow used to caravans with a symbol, but live in fear that someday they will see armies marching under that banner. The Black Network was founded almost 100 years ago by a dark and powerful lord of Zendel Keep, the wizard Manchun. Through guile, murder, intrigue, and his ever-increasing magical might, Manchun created a cabal of like-minded wizards, beholders, wealthy Moonsea merchants, and servants of evil temples, whose purposes did not cross his, most notably the Temple of Bane. While Zendel Keep was nominally under the rule of Council of Lords, the real power in the city was Manchun, absolute master of the Zentarum. Through a small number of handpicked lieutenants, chief among them Sememin, his second, Eric the Red clashed with him in Daggerford. He ran an empire of thousands of merchants, mercenaries, spies, and agents. In the years preceding the time of trouble, Manchun cemented an alliance with Fazul Chembril, an ambitious cleric of Bane, to strengthen the Zentarum even further. In the last 20 years, the reach of the Zentarum has extended to every corner of Faerun, forging what amounts to a not-so-secret empire over much of the Moonsea in the north. But the Zents have also suffered many setbacks, most notably the fall of Bane, internecine strife between Banite faithful and those who turned to Cyric, the destruction of Zental Keep in a holy purge, and vicious feuds between Manchun's Black Cloaks and Fazul's clerics. The winner in all this turned out to be Fazul Chembril. At the time of writing, Fazul Chembril is the master of the Black Network, Lord of Zental Keep, and chosen Tyrant of Bane. Good to know. I played Rogue Shadow Dancer, yes. Well, Rogue Shadow Dancer Assassin. I like to stab people. Few places in the Moonsea can be considered peaceful and serene, but the ancient village of Elmwood is one of them. Elmwood is a farming community that supplements its income with a little fishing and wood carving. Its location near the Dalles and the former Elven Court has resulted in quite a bit of Dales blood and Moon Elf blood in the villagers, who have fond relationships with both of those communities. The old Moonsea saying, like an Elmwood watch, means a task so simple that it practically performs itself. This bit of lore bears testament to the reality that little happens here. The village of Elmwood was established in the year of Screeching Vole, 163 DR. Whoa, that's like 1100 years ago. As a small way station for ship traffic to and from the River Lys. Even back then, it was a place of tranquility, where human and elves could meet and interact on even terms. Elmwood managed to miss its share of dragon attacks and sacking armies, but it never grew into a town or city. The main reason for this was its lack of natural resources most cities were founded to exploit: iron, gold, marble, granite, silver, and copper. Today, Elmwood does much of what it has always done: farming, fishing, and ferrying. Gods die, cities rise and fall, and Elmwood remains an oasis of calm in the midst of turmoil. Neat. There we go. Alright, alright. Alright. I will say Shadow Dancer made some of the harder fights a little easier, I think. Oh, I wanted to get out of here, I just can't figure out how. One sec. Alright, where the fuck is the exit? Exit, exit, if you please. There. No, that's the doorway up. Fuck, there's the exit. And the cat is roaming around. Doing something. Always makes me nervous. Nah, she's a good girl. I just like to tease her. Alright, so that's up there where I can find Diana and ask what's going on. Maybe I'll do that. There are some other buildings, but I'm not sure I can really get into them right now. Oh, I can get into this one apparently. Can I? It's a door. Hi. Maybe. Hello? Uh-oh. Oh no. Please respond, game. Please respond. Okay, yes. Really? Sometimes I think I can hear noises coming from beneath Elmwood. It must be my imagination. It's probably not. Every time someone says that, it's never their imagination. Did I figure out how to burglarize the real cloth? As I recall, I think it took like 15.
I cannot do that.
I feel like I did, but it was a slip through and flee situation. I did not fight him. I think I just managed to steal what I needed to from him and run. I could be wrong about that. Ooh. Sorry, I'm gonna steal your arrows, friend. Whoa. Okay. Well, let's leave them with... How much gold do you think would be? Let's give them 1,000 gold. There we go. I feel guilty just stealing their shit. They seem like nice people here. But I'm gonna need that more than they will. Sure, sure. Oh, also, someone used... Well, they did their own stuff too. But they used my YouTube videos to help them make a guide for the game. Well, for Mythdraenor, at least. So, there's already a walkthrough for the others if you need, but... I'm quite proud of that. Alright. I got to help, sort of indirectly, without doing any work, which is the best kind of help. Alright, where are my cool arrows that I just stole? I'm gonna put them here. I hope you don't need them. I'm sorry, dude. If you die, Alina will be haunted. Hi, Sparkly Wallflower. I quite liked it. I mean, there were parts I thought were not as strong as others, but I think overall it was a really good, fun role-playing experience with some nice options for different alignments. As I recall, I played primarily an evil character, but because I decided the Zents were less annoying than the paladin folk at Mythdraenor, I ended up accidentally kind of redeeming myself a little bit. So I ended the game neutral. Not before murdering a marketplace, though. That was fun. Elmswood docks are unusually busy. Sailors lounge impatiently, and a dark-skinned captain catches your eye near a sleek-looking merchant vessel. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'd like to see some more of these doorways, but I can't tell which ones I've already visited or not. Let's hurry up here and finish and get to the inn. Okay. Actually, there we go. Okay. Oh, hey.
Hello.
Don't mind me chewing on a search. Rogue Wizard is fun. They are pretty polarized. That is the one thing. You're pretty much kind of... But I guess you could kind of balance it. But I think it'd be tricky. Admittedly. I think you would end up eventually committing yourself to one side or another. But like I said, I did end neutral, and that actually seemed like it fit what I did as a person. Though, not intentionally. Vezerin did not intentionally redeem himself, he just kinda accidentally did.
Well met.
The melting's here, and I got more work than I can handle. You best seek a ferryman elsewhere. Okay, well.
Hello.
Alright, so. There's a captain I need to find, and a Thoyama I need to find, and they might be the same person. They might not. Okay. It's a little dark, and I'm not really great at finding my way about in the dark. Ah! Thoyana and Captain Ketia. You made chaotic good pretty fast? Yeah, I can see that. So now you gotta hide your nature from your fellows so they don't kill you for being good. Will you be a Drist or a Zaknafane? Will you survive and be free? Or live in chains? Or die? This tall, confident woman has a patchwork of scars on her dark face. She smiles at you, revealing white teeth, a good number of which are capped with gold. Well, hello. My name is Ketia Freeborn, and I'm the captain of the Grim Voyager. She's a small ship, but true. My crew are the best a woman could find. Can I know more about you? You might have noticed I'm not from around here. I was a child slave, sold into service by the Rundine. The scars I bear are a testament to the cruelty of my Melvantian masters. I won my freedom. After that, I won my ship. My masters, they won only death. But let us talk of more pleasant things. I'll share more of my tale once I get to know you better. Well, I'd like passage across the Moonsea. Grim Voyager doesn't usually take passengers, but the thawing is only just upon us and business has yet to pick up. Talk to me once Thoyana has reopened the docks. I'm sure we can come to an arrangement. Farewell. Farewell. May Uptown guide you safely through the maze of life. Alright. She seemed fun. Now, I need to find this Thoyana, who is conveniently right there. And I gotta... Elmwood is a quiet village. I hope the constable, Thoyana Jorgadil, can provide some assistance with hunting down Aramith. Okay, so let's ask her some questions. I'm not sure I ever did. Tell me about yourself, Sherilyn. You should know a lot about me by now. I'm a harper who strives to do good. Yet everyone I call friend seems to die. My family, Keller One Hand, Astar. Am I cursed to bring doom upon all who know me? I'll do what I can to help you. I'm half the fighter Astar was and half the thief Larissa appears to be. My magic amounts to little more than party tricks, but I have considerable knowledge of the Moonsea, and I hope my voice can inspire you to great deeds. Tell me more about the Hillsfar you remember. Back when I was a child, Hillsfar was ruled by a council made up of all different races. It wasn't perfect, but at least the people had a voice. Malthair changed all that. He's the worst kind of tyrant, the one who considers himself to be doing the greater good. What is life like as a harper? It's rarely easy, and even more rarely appreciated by many folks in the realms. That goes double in the Moonsea. The good we do is often behind the scenes. What made you decide to become a bard? My mother's people, the Telequassir, consider music essential for life. I was lucky to inherit my mother's voice. Storm Silverhand herself taught me the harp. My power lies in the ability to influence men and women with my words. It is perhaps the greatest power there is. Back to my other questions. Can I ask you some questions? Of course. What were you doing in Vunlar, anyway? I had received intel that the Order was going to attack the town. I knew you were on your way, but I wasn't certain you would help. I wanted to be present to aid the people of Vunlar as much as I could. The folk of Vunlar are no more inherently bad than the people of the Dalelands. That goes for all the people of the Moonsea. We are all shaped by our environment. I fight for them as hard as I would the men and women of Cormyr. You've taken a risk deciding to travel with me. A risk I'm happy to take. After Astar's murder, I can no longer stand back and let others put themselves in harm's way on my behalf. I will fight for what I believe in, and if necessary, I will die for it. What are your thoughts on our current situation? We should speak to Thoyana in Elmwood. She's a Harper ally, and should be happy to help us. Okay, thanks. That's everything. Alright, so what does Larissa have to say? This village seems nice, peaceful, but there's been a death here recently. I can feel it. Alright, any new things? Thoughts? Elventry has a number of merchants. Maybe we should shop around to get some better gear. Well, we're not there anymore, but okay. It's not like we can't go back. Alright. Okay, so let's go talk to Thoyana, who I think will have a job for us. I'm just kind of guessing. Jorgadil.
Aye.
This female dwarf fingers her braided gray beard nervously as she stares out over the water. Her weathered brow furrows when she spots you. You notice she smells strongly of pipeweed.
Halt there, stranger. I've not seen your face around here before. That wouldn't usually be a problem. Elmwood welcomes anyone who respects our ways. But these are dark times.
Be at ease, Thoy. It's me, Sherilyn. This is a friend of mine.
Sherilyn? It's been a while, lass. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you. My old brain has been so busy thinking about the death of poor Elenowin, I barely remember the smoke. Drat! Now where'd I put my pipe again? Elenowin, Enrad's serving girl, was found dead over by the Temple of the Half Moon. Alamarain herself found her. Elenowin had wanted to join the priesthood. Poor girl will never get the chance now. I've ordered a temporary stop to all traffic entering and leaving the docks. Until Elenowin's murderer is found, I don't want to risk the villain skipping town. If you want to help me with an investigation, speak with Enrad at the inn, or Alamarain at the temple.
Tell me about Elenowin.
She worked at the Stillwaters Inn. Serious girl she was, set on joining Salune's service. Though she liked to chat with any handsome menfolk that might have been passing through.
Fair. Who's Enrad?
Enrad Daleborn runs the Stillwaters Inn. He's a good man. As honest as Elmwood itself.
I feel like he's gonna be the murderer just because his name is Daleborn. He's very much a reference to to the nicer part of the town. He's a good man and honest, they're saying. I feel like it'll be him, but you never know. The Temple of the Half Moon.
Elmwood's Temple of Selûne is modest compared with the larger temples in the Great Cities, but Alamarain is as devout as any who worship the Moon Maiden.
I'd like to know more about the specifics of this murder.
You'd be better served speaking with Alamarain over at the temple. She found Elenowin. The girl's murder was horrific, I can tell you that much. I would rather not think about it. I've ordered a temporary stop to all traffic entering and leaving the docks. Until Elenowin's murderer is found, I don't want to risk the villain skipping town. If you want to help me with an investigation, speak with Enrad at the inn, or Alamarain at the temple. Then ask.
Okay, so, things to discuss. I'm looking for a half-elf named Aramuth.
Never heard of him. Don't get too many
Oh
visitors
shit,
in
he's a
Elmwood, and I
shapeshifter, so
try to
he
say
is
hello to those
definitely
who do
somewhere
get.
in this town.
You might want to
Or
ask
went there.
Enrad Daleborn over at Still Waters.
Have you had trouble with the Order of the Crippled Fang?
Fortunately not. I heard about the chaos they were causing west of the River Lee. Like most trouble in
Lee,
the
that's
region,
how you pronounce it.
passed us by.
Tell me about the places of interest in Elmwood.
Elmwood's only a small village. There's the inn, Still Waters, the Temple of Selûne, the Grange where one try sells most anything you can think of, and Ezreal's Grove, just north of the Cormanthor Forest. Aside from that, there's the docks right here.
I shouldn't, but I'm gonna say it. Smoking pipeweed is bad for your health.
Aye, so I've heard, though it never did Elminster any harm. Besides, me health's already bad as it is. I had to retire after I got ill delving deep in some underground caverns. Myconid spores, I've been told. I've hated mushrooms ever since.
Farewell.
Pleasure to meet you. Wish it could have been in better circumstances.
Yeah, she is really good. Yeah, they got a lot of lines in this one. I like it because I don't have to say them all. Not that I mind the occasional voice acting, but it's kind of nice to pass it on to other folk. Alright, so I definitely want to talk to the folks at the temple, yes? Yes. And then I want to come back and talk to the inn fellow about Aramuth, as well as possibly the murder. But, uh-oh. How the hell do I get down there? Fuck. Nighttime's annoying. I mean, I could go to the inn and rest, or I could just fight with the fucking... Or I could... Restart. Okay, I'm trying to quick save, so hopefully that quick save will work. And time to quit out and come back in. Alright. On the plus side, I don't have to rush off tonight, because tomorrow is a holiday for Americans. It is Thanksgiving. I'm not sure everyone celebrates, but I at least celebrate a day off. And a chance to mooch off my family, which is always nice. I do that anyway, but still. Oh, heck. One sec. Alright. It was flickering at the top, so I'm gonna try this again. Turkey Day. Yep. Turkey. And dubious recollections of history. Mostly whitewashed and such, but the family part and the food part, and the day off part is quite nice, I have to admit. Alright, 23:30. Okay, it looks like I did manage to save. So let's see. Let's see. Alright, so, map. I'm facing east. Let's try to face south and see if I can find my way around this fucking stuff to get to the temple. There we are. Okay. I think I was just walking into the fence before. My night vision in real life is probably about as bad as it is here.
Interest here.
Oh, you spot a gray-fleshed hand sticking out of a shallow grave. Let's dig it up. Alright, after a short while you unearth a human corpse, dressed in heavy chain armor, from a shallow grave. Well, let's take the armor. Chain armor is in remarkably good condition, given it was worn by a decaying corpse. Can I rebury it? Okay. I'd like to rebury it, but okay. I just robbed the dead. I think I mentioned before that I think Alina is actually a wood elf, and a fairly poorly socialized one at that. I do not think she's a moon elf. And she's certainly no sun elf. I think she's definitely not one of those things. Alright, so let's look around. Let's see. I'd like to look at the bookcases. And then I'm going to talk to Alamarine. Oh, an unidentified scroll of Word of Faith. Let's steal it. Elmwood. I've read a book on Elmwood already. I don't think I need to read another one. The Religions of the Moonsea. Actually, let's take a look at this. I might have read one of these before, but I don't remember, so let's read it. The common faiths of the Moonsea reflect its dangerous nature. Most of the gods worshipped here of the worship me. Oh, I did read this one before. Never mind then. Okay. I remember that line. Alright, let's talk to Alamarine Moonray. This half-elf is a rare beauty, with a laugh like liquid moonlight. That's good to know.
Hello there.
The silver-haired half-elf is a rare beauty, like a dark shadow passing under the surface of a moonlit lake. A deep sadness mars her otherwise perfect features. Greetings to you. I am Alamarine, High Priestess of the Temple of the Half-Moon. I'm sorry if you find me less loquacious than usual. There's been a great tragedy here. Oh, the voice lines were. They were very good. Tell me about this tragedy. Someone very dear to me was murdered. It's best you speak with Thoyana about it. The investigation is still ongoing. I believe she's at the docks. Thoyana told me you found Elenowin's body. Yes, I was saying my final prayer of the night to Our Lady of Silver, when by her light I spotted Elenowin's body crumpled up by the temple wall. I sent word to Thoyana and laid the poor girl to rest in the catacombs below. Oh shit, bet there's undead down there. Do you have any idea who's responsible? I cannot begin to think of who could be responsible for such a terrible crime. Something inhuman for certain. What do you mean? The poor girl's throat was torn out. It was as though some kind of probe or tentacle buried itself in her neck and ripped it open. I'm sorry. The memory of it upsets me still. I was allowed to loot after the boat scene. I left the inn and I was able to loot everything, so it worked out. I would have reloaded if I couldn't, but I was fine. A tentacle. Irmouth. He's here. It must be him. I see you have some idea of who the killer might be. I pray you find him or her quickly, before they kill again. Let's talk about something else. Certainly. Thoyana told me that you found her body. Okay, we already got that. Tell me about Selune. Selune is the goddess of the moon, and one of the most ancient of Faerun's deities. She shares the secrets of the night that her dark twin Shar would see hidden in order to bring mortals to ruin. Can I see your goods? We do not keep much here, for this temple is a modest one. Still, you're welcome to purchase what we do have in stock. Alright. Some robes. Greater Belt of Guiding Light. I've got one of those. Alright. Always get one of those. You never know when you need a potion of heal. Alright. Alright. Okay. So, the problem is we have a shapeshifter, which means any of these seemingly innocent people could be guilty because the shapeshifter might well have just taken the form of somebody else. My own thought right now, just because they've emphasized how trustworthy he is the innkeeper. But it's hard to say.
Greetings.
I can't believe it. Murders in Elmwood. Is no place safe anymore. Okay. I love the reactions.
Hi.
You should speak to some of the villagers. I bet some of them have information that could lead to the killer. I think you're right. Alright. There's a chicken. We talk to the chicken. Chicken. And the shallow grade that I dug up. Well, I didn't murder him. I just stole his armor. I should actually look at it and give it to somebody. Or sell it. Alright. I don't really have a meat shield anymore. Alas, poor Aster. You know, I had resurrection spells. We could have tried them. Maybe we did off screen. Alright. Let's go talk to Enred again. Hey, I wasn't passing up all that good stuff. Come on. I looted the shit out of it and sold it to the Sentinel. Alright. Enrad.
Hi there.
Greetings again. Once more, I apologize for the slow service. Thoyana told me about Elenowin. I want to talk about her. She was like a daughter to me. You look kinda young, dude. So full of life. She was going to join the Church of Selune. I don't know who could have killed her or why. She never hurt anyone. Even the druid Ezreal was fond of her. Oh, I can talk to Ezreal. Tell me about Ezreal. Ezreal Treewarder is the local druid. He tends a grove in the south of the village. Usually keeps to himself, though he seemed to bond with Elenowin during his last few visits to the inn. I think she admired him, in the way that some young women admire older men. What do you mean? I really shouldn't gossip. It's not my place. Please. You're right. I'll tell you. Yes. I think Ezreal and Elenowin were seeing each other. She would spend a lot of time in his grove, alone with him. But the druid would never have hurt her. Let's talk about something else. Do you know anything about those two rangers upstairs? I'm afraid I do not. They showed up a few days ago. They claim to be friends of Ezreal. They were here in the inn when the murder happened, so they cannot be responsible. Okay, very well. Alright, so let's see if we can find this Ezreal fellow. That seems like someone to talk to. And the rangers might be someone to talk to as well again, but we'll wait on that. Let's see about getting the heck out of here. J'accuse. Okay, so we're starting to be able to see. That's nice. So the grove is to the south. Let's see if we can find it now that we can actually see some of our path a little clearer. This way or that way? Am I being blocked? I am. Okay. I would like to solve this mystery if I can. Well, this doesn't look like a grove so much, but I'm still kind of, I don't know, I'm still kind of thinking the innkeeper. But I don't have enough information to make anything more than a wild guess. Crap. Kind of stuck here. Alright, so where the fuck is this grove? Okay, I guess you gotta go back up that way and... Ah, maybe over here. The River Lee? I guess up that way. Maybe? If you notice me doing something very silly, let me know, okay? Because I don't know where a grove would be. Mostly I'm just looking for a grove. Alright. Hey, come on. How the hell do I get past this? I do not like mazes. I like to teleport through mazes and ignore them. Alright. Shit. Alright. I need to find a way out of this fucking annoyance. There we go. How do I get the fuck out of here? This is really irritating. I made it at some point. How do I get over there? How did I get back in here? Ah. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out before I cheat and teleport myself out. Seriously? Fucking seriously? How do I get out of here? This is infuriating. Oh, I think I just walked through a fence. Okay. Whatever. I made it. Fuck those people. Alright. I think maybe I do want to talk to those people, but maybe not until after I speak with Ezreal. Let's save, because if I find Ezreal and it's not helpful and I need to go back, I want to reload. Okay, so let's see. Oh, more villages.
Hello to you.
Diana has closed down. That makes sense. Okay, so we're looking for a grove. The old well. Okay, let's go look at the old well. Maybe there's more people who can... Oh, Valen. Who's Valen? Let's talk to Valen.
Hello.
Where are Fang and Burn? They would always come play with me. Who are Fang and Burn? You don't know? Fang is a wolf, and Burn is a bear. They're the biggest you ever saw. They're Ezreal's friends. Usually they come here to see me, but they're not here. And Ezreal seems weird. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, we're actually gonna... I think I'm gonna go talk to those druids before I come back here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to the druids. And I'm gonna come back and talk to this kid, because I think the druid might be evil. Not on purpose, but I think maybe our good shapeshifter friend stole his identity. I was thinking the innkeeper, but the druid probably does make more sense. He is isolated after all. Okay. So let's talk to them and see if they know anything. And then we'll go. Okay, so where are we? We are here. Okay. Before I come back to follow the road, I will find the inn again. Happy, happy turkey day. Hunger pains will go away. It might be that I watched way too much Adam's Family Values as a kid.
Hi there.
Okay, farewell. Alright, so that's what I intended to do, was to go up and talk to those rangers if they have anything to say. And if they don't, maybe I'll just reload, but still. Maybe not. It's not a fairly long. Alright, let's talk to them.
What do you want?
We told you to beat it.
Hey there.
Alright, not useful. Alright, so we'll reload and we'll go talk to the kid again. Because I think that poor druid got himself impostered. That's why his animal friends aren't around. Okay. And my computer might not want to load the game. Come on, darling. It's kind of stuck on the screen. I'll give it a little longer before I start getting annoyed. Nope, it worked. Okay. Hi. Hi. You look very sleepy. Were you sleeping under the bed? I mean, you're allowed. You can sleep anywhere you want, but you've got like 15 beds, that are nice and squishy. And this is slow. I don't know that I like that it's very slow. Alright, I might have to reload. Again, still. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, we're fine. Alright, so we're gonna go back to what my initial plan was, which is to talk to that kid and anyone else who's noticed anything alarming. Come on. Stop being annoying. There we go. Am I still... there we go. Better. I like a little bit of a tilt. That might be too much tilt, actually. I was probably better the way I was before, but that's okay. Alright. Let's talk to Velen.
Hello.
Where are Ferg and Bernie? They would always come play with me. Where are Ferg and Bernie? You don't know. Fang is a wolf and Bern is a bear. The biggest you ever saw. They're Ezreal's friends. Usually they come to see me, but they're not here. And Ezreal seems weird. What way? Just different. I have to go. See ya. Alright. So yeah, it's definitely sounding like our shapeshifter friend did some shapeshifting. Who'd have guessed, really? I mean, it does happen sometimes. Can I get across the river? Let's get across the river, because I want to poke my nose in a couple doors. There's so many inaccessible doors, but there are a few, and I would like to see. So the old well. This ancient well is boarded up. You have no reason to pry it open. I suspect I'm going to have a reason eventually. I'm just saying, noises underground, catacombs, I'm going to have a reason. Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet, but eventually I'm going to have a reason. I'm assuming I will have reasons to come back to these places. I'm guessing that at least. Maybe not, but you never know. Alright, so what's here? Can I open this door? My Pathfinder's being irritating today. Oh, let's go in. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Seriously? Again? Okay, it's moving again. Maybe. There we go. Save. Shit, I should have hard saved. Next time I'll hard save. Actually, maybe I will hard save now. Investigation. Okay, let's see. There's a villager here.
Greetings to you.
If supplies are asked after, speak with one try at the Grange. Hello, small child. You don't live here. That's true, small child. I might be poking around to see what your parents have. And stealing their ammunition. Nah, alright. I'll go downstairs. Nice house, though. I feel like Alina would be okay with retiring in Elventree and visiting Elmwood. Elventree's a nice place. You can find some nice rocky, cavey, woody thing somewhere and have a good time. Like Driss, but less whiny about it. Okay. I should probably stop taking pot shots at Driss. It's not really fair. But it's so easy sometimes. He really does make it easy. Alright. So let's follow this road down and see if we can find the grove. It's nice that they have a nice paved road to the grove. Alright. So. There he is. Bets on whether or not he is my good friend in disguise. Will we be able to tell? Ezreal the Druid is in his late 40s. He has a ragged cloth wrapped around his eyes. Oh, really?
Hello.
The bald Druid appears to be in his late 40s. His face is covered in small bumps, and he wears a wet rag around his face, covering his eyes. Hello there. I'm sorry you find me in such a wretched state. I was foolish enough to disturb a hornet's nest while gathering herbs. They made quite the mess of my face. Unfortunate I wasn't blinded. But the eyes are nonetheless in need of rest. A hornet's nest? Unlikely at this time of year. Ah, that's what I thought too. I won't be so careless in the future. Well, I have some healing skill. Let me help. As you reach out to help, Ezreal flinches away. Yeah. Bullshit. Really? Cool. Live action Drist. I'm hoping the person involved avoided, like, using blackface to do it. Because I've seen some white people go to conventions as drow, and that's not a good idea. One thing you came away with, that Salvatore never reads his dialogue out loud. I kind of think you're right about that. Well, especially the earlier ones. I think the later ones aren't quite as bad, but yeah. Alright, thank you, but that won't be necessary. I consider the pain suitable penance for my clumsiness. Besides, I'm not sure I trust you not to make it worse. I mean, fair, but I still think this is Aramith. Who's Brannon? Okay. I'm here to ask about Lenowin. Ah, the poor girl who was murdered. I wish I could have been there to help her instead of stuck here cursing my own stupidity. I'm told you were in a relationship with her. I don't know what you're talking about. She was young enough to be my daughter, yes? I assure you, nature provides all the comfort I require. Alright. Do you know a druid named Brannon? Sorry, but I never heard of him. I'm not sure where that question comes from. Where are your animal companions? The wolf and bear. Animal companions, they fled when the hornets attacked me. No doubt they'll return once they learn it's safe. Do you have items for sale? As you can see, I'm in no condition to trade at the moment. Please come back when I've recovered. There's something odd about you. That's unkind. I may not live a life most would covet, but it suits my need. I'm going for a walk in the forest. It'll be interesting to see what I discover. For a moment, the druid is silent. There's a palpable tension in the air, as though a storm is approaching on the horizon. I wish you good luck. Be sure to return if you find anything to report. Oh, Aramith's gonna fucking run for it. Okay. Investigate. Alright. So, when they say investigating the forest, do they mean right around here? Or do they mean farther? No? What do you mean? Sorry.
Hi.
Ah, gotcha. Oh, yeah, I got distracted and forgot what I even asked you. Okay, well, I'm glad that it didn't involve that then. I didn't think you wrecked something that did, but, you know, it's always good to double check. It's like, it's a poor idea. Don't do that. There are ways to portray a character who is not the same race or color as you without, like, painting yourself in ways that have historical baggage. I heard about that. As an American, I don't feel like I can really pass judgment on another country's politicians' questionable past, given my home country's history there. Uh, it was definitely a bad decision. So, I hope that the fellow has proved he's not that person anymore. I would not know. Okay, so Aramith is gonna fucking run for it. I'm fairly certain of it. He's gonna murder someone else, isn't he? Okay. Cormanthor Riverlease. Oh, Riverlease, sorry. There's a small creature in my room. Okay, trip took 2 hours. Well, this is creepy, ominous music. Who is Brannon? Is that a clue that I forgot?
This river's...
Oh shit, this river sure is big. Water. Makes me sad. If I try to drink now, I get sick. But I remember how it felt in my mouth. How it tasted. Strange to miss something so simple. Poor thing. And there's a brown bear. Maybe we can talk to him. The brown bear makes a low rumbling sound, but does not attack. Empathy. The bear is female, is sad and confused. Her mate has but recently been killed. You comfort her the best you can. Okay. I'm not really doing a good thorough job here, am I? Okay. Well, I mean, I think it's one of those things that people tend to perceive differently based on their own experiences. But oh shit, I just found something. One sec. Ah, overlooking the wide Lee River, this looks like a scenic spot for a picnic. Underneath a small rocky ledge, you find a secret ranger cache. Elven wine, dry bread, and a small wheel of cheese. Oh, take the knife. Okay. I hope I took the cheese. I'm hungry. Yeah. Well, like I said, hopefully the folks involved are not have learned since then. Like I said, I can't cast too many aspirations on someone's past though, considering some of the shit my own politicians have gotten up to. I didn't vote for him, but you know, still. Well, the orange one I didn't vote for. I did kind of vote for the other one. Not entirely pleased with what he's been doing, but that's a political discussion. Alright. Ooh. There's definitely stuff over here. Let's see. Oh, a misty cave. Let's go into this cave. Let's see what there is to see in the cave. There are merchants. Each has unique items. Shop around to get the best deal. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Alina does not have patience to go shop around for the best deal. Alina is not really a merchant. She might sell a pelt occasionally or something, but... Okay. Oh, a water elemental. Hello.
The dead feel no pain.
Shit! I got drowned. I wasn't expecting that. I forgot water elementals did that. Huh. One sec. My stream manager is being a little touchy. There we go. Alright. So, I found a cave. I promptly died. I think maybe I should switch to my swords. Well, my sword. And dagger. Possibly I'll get a feat just for the sword to make it a little better. Hmm. The loading screens are kind of sluggish today. Definitely probably should reboot my computer again later. See if that fixes whatever it is. Seems to, most of the time. Alright. Well, according to OBS, it seems to be working. On my screen, it's kind of not responding. Fun. Come on. Move, you fuckhead. Come on. I'm having issues. Nope, no, now it's working? Yeah, right when I pull up Task Manager, then you start to work. Okay, fine. And I promptly did not save at all in the forest part. Alright, great. I'm assuming this is where I'm supposed to be investigating. And Aramith is going to murder somebody else because he knows I'm on to him. And it's frozen again. Really? Fucking hell. Alright, come on. Gonna restart it. I probably have too many things on. That's very likely the case. Maybe if I close a few things, except not OBS, maybe it'll work a little better. Let's find out. There we go. And it's doing the flickering thing again. I do not like that. It always makes me think my display is going to die.